Everything is a blur. I don't know the last thing we said. Or what happened last night or yesterday.
Basically, we stayed up until like 2 in the morning talking with level 21.
Yeah. We had a lot of people in here. It's kind of good. It's kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
It was just like, wow, we're cool.
People
like us.
It's a new feeling for me.
Yeah. But yeah, so it is Sunday, last day. Michael's eating a burger. Here's the city view again. There's the lake. Yeah. So now we're just cleaning up the room. We took a lot of stuff to the car last night, so it makes today a lot easier, at least cleaning up. We just gotta throw things in bags and then drop it off at the car, and then we'll be going to the con. Jared and I have our photo op at 1 o'clock.
Yes.
It was like 1:10, but 1 basically. I'm wearing my D&D shirt that I wear for like every photo op, so it looks like I'm the same person in every single photo, or like I took them all on the same day.
I'm getting my Percy costume together.
Yes. And yeah, probably. I'm assuming we're probably gonna be leaving at like 3.
About.
Maybe we'll probably do a photo op. Maybe we'll do one more, like kind of run around. We'll have to say bye to Rob's Nerd Supplies. We'll have to say bye to Level 21. And anyone and everyone else that we run across. It'll be good. It'll be a good time. So yeah, we're gonna finish getting ready. We gotta be out of the room by noon. My watch is dead, so there's no point in me looking at it. 10:37. Oh yeah, we're fine. We have plenty of time. Yeah, we'll be making our way. This is probably the smoothest checkout we've ever had. Coming usually on con days, when we get into the elevator, you're waiting forever because you're having to wait for the elevator has to come down from wherever it is, and then there's always people in there already, and then the people that are in there, it's already full, so it's a lot of just back and forth. There's not much you can do. You have to just constantly wait. Call the elevator, and it was empty. No one was in there. Get down to the lobby. It didn't stop at like every floor on the way down, which was great. And then we were able to just go and check out. No questions, super easy, no delays, super fast. So even this hotel is run very efficiently.
All right, this lighting is terrible. You can only see the shadowy visage of me, but we're just chilling out.
Jared pointing the camera.
I was trying to get Anthony so I could
I'm
say,
dying.
Yeah, Anthony's dying. But yes, we're here. We're just chilling before we go to our photo shoot with Critical Role. I'm terrified. Like, it's starting to hit me like, oh God, I'm meeting people. I'm meeting famous people. Too many famous people at once. And there he goes. He shall rest for 1,000 years until he is needed. Or at least like an hour. But otherwise, everyone's con experience been okay?
Yeah, it feels like a Sunday today. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I've never walked more in my life.
Yeah.
So far.
I don't want to get past this.
Just got a little ways
This is
to
it.
go.
This is where I peak.
Anthony died on his way to his home planet. I summon thee to fulfill thine oath.
Did I die? Yes, but I lived.
But yeah, we
And I
will.
gotta fucking drive back.
Yeah, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, we're gonna get you some coffee.
That coffee's gonna kill me. I can't. I'm on Adderall. I can't have coffee in my Adderall. The whole car's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, you could.
We'll get you some Kickstart. Less caffeine, but still enough to like keep you awake.
Man said no caffeine. Would you like some caffeine?
Here, I know you said no caffeine, but I got you some caffeine. Hope this helps. I don't know what. I don't know.
Don't worry, bud. You'll bounce back.
I better. How far is it home? 2 hours? 2.5?
2 hours.
If the traffic's good.
Hopefully going back is better.
But anyways, we will see you in a bit when something funny happens. Who knows?
Getting closer. The line is moving.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna have Matt hold the D20.
Yes.
Hopefully they let us. Yeah, we're so close.
Yeah.
We're getting there. So, dude is yelling. Here's the photo of the photo that we took.
Wow, what a great photo.
And our C2E2 adventure is coming to an end.
Yes.
We are in the parking structure, going to the car. We say goodbye to our friends. And now we got a long drive back.
I'm really feeling it.
Honestly, a great weekend.
Yeah.
I think honestly one of the best like convention weekends that we've had in a long time.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll talk more about it in the car when you can hear us better.
Yeah.
When there's not just a motor currently blaring in this place. I've been given control of the stick once again. Hello. We are back in the car and we're about to make our way out. I almost had a heart attack because that said proceed to Indiana, and I was gonna say we are not going back to Indiana. But that's just the name of the street. So we're currently pulling out of the parking structure.
Oh, part of the parking spot in the parking structure.
Yep. Slowly making our way, but we are out on our frolicking way.
So what was you? Give me your review of the con C2E2 2025.
Of the con as a whole?
Yeah, or the whole weekend, the whole experience. Tell me what you think. Give me a rating at the end.
Well, let's see. All in all, it was a good experience, as this is not my first rodeo, but in terms of how there were some kerfuffles when it came to dealing with staffing every now and again, but for the most part, I had a great time. So 4.5 out of 5, I'll say. What about you, Maiku?
Take the stick, Michael.
Take the stick.
Yeah, I don't think I've really taken the stick. So, for the vendor hall, this is probably one of the better setups for a vendor hall that we've been to. Everything was pretty well spaced out, and there were quite a lot of vendors to see, quite a lot of graphic artists for this one, which is somewhat more on the unusual side. Usually there's a lot less.
I think since it's more comic.
Yes, probably.
So I probably won't.
But still, you know,
Yeah, still.
it's just a notable thing. I think that I didn't personally do any of the autograph lines myself. I was just there for the one photo op. But for the photo op, they had everything pretty well organized and kept people flowing and moving and whatnot. So that was a good experience overall. The one thing I think was a little bit kind of just pushed off to the side as opposed to some of the other cons we've done are some of the panels seem like they were kind of an afterthought. Some of the equipment was like really not good, or equipment that and even not just for us, but for other places as well, was just some equipment just wasn't provided as would normally be provided. So, and just in general, there didn't seem to be as many panels in general, but that's just kind of my impression of it. I didn't see a whole lot really that felt notable going on. Overall, I'd give it a
Maybe give it out of 10. Maybe that'll be easier than that.
yeah, I was gonna go for a 10 scale. I'd give it like a 6.8. Yeah, could use work,
Okay.
but not bad. Overall, enjoyable experience, you know.
What is your review?
So I echo a lot of what you all say or have said. So I enjoyed this con compared to most C2E2. Well, I mean, not most, compared to last C2E2. Overall, just for a convention too, like getting in, the process of getting your tickets, the service part of it, I think is run really well. And they do a great job at that, of keeping things moving, especially too during the photo ops. Like everything moved really well, really smooth. I don't think there were really many issues. When it came to the panels, there were not that many that I really cared for. There weren't many panels that I was like, I want to go to. I mean, there was a Critical Role one that I was like, yeah, I would love to go to that one, but it was full like 30 minutes before it even started.
Correct. I think it was also a prepay.
No, that one wasn't.
Oh.
There were some though you did have to pay to go to, but there were, I think it was like only 1 or 2 shows at night. But there wasn't really like anything that I was like, I need to go to this, I gotta go to this, I really want to see this. Everything was just kind of like, oh yeah, if I have time, I'll go to that. And I went to one panel, I didn't even stay the whole time because someone that they said that was gonna be there wasn't even there. So I was just like, oh, okay, I left. And then we had the issue with ours where we didn't have the microphones, even though I confirmed it. Sorry, you're good. Even though I confirmed it ahead of time, multiple times, and we didn't have what we said we would have, so it was a little frustrating. But then, ignoring all that part, the vendor hall itself, so many options, so many things. I love that there was a lot of clothes. That's really unique, I think. And also there's a lot of space between. I never felt cramped or cluttered like I had at Fan Expo or Anime Milwaukee. Like those ones are usually smaller because they have a smaller space. This one at the McCormick Center is huge, so they use up that space very well. And it makes going in and out a breeze. I tend to get very not short-tempered, but like very annoyed really quickly.
Yeah.
When people are in front of me and they're not moving, and I don't think I ever got like annoyed or anything this weekend, which was
Well, we didn't
great.
have to wait in a gridlock for like 8 minutes for people to move. Like that's an experience that we're accustomed to at other conventions that we didn't have to worry about. One other thing that I'll point out as well is they did like sort of like a dance floor thing in like the main hall. Like right as you come in, you know, there's always music playing.
Yeah, there
right?
was always music playing.
Which I kind of appreciate, especially because they didn't have any after hours stuff, like no raves, no dances, nothing like that.
It kept the energy up though too.
But yes, exactly. It keeps the energy up as you're entering in. And there weren't so many people there, and it was a big enough space that like it's not like you couldn't get through or that it was particularly annoying or anything. So that was kind of nice. Yeah, and as far as it goes, yeah, getting through security, pretty darn easy with these like new scanners that they have. Like you don't even have to take anything out of your pockets. You just walk right on through, and unless like you've got something enormous and made of metal, you're probably not going to get stopped.
Yeah, the only things that ever stopped us were the camera and the tripod.
Yeah, the camera and the tripod. So yeah. Anything else, boys?
The artist alley is huge. I did appreciate that.
Yeah, it was enormous.
The only thing, me personally, it felt like it was just all prints. So then people didn't feel as unique as they could have been. I feel like what I like about Anime Milwaukee's artist alleys, there's people that make things more, where if it's like bead art or crocheting things and stuff like that, this just felt all like prints.
Yeah.
It wasn't, well, they are homemade, man-made, but like you can see like, this is like
I know what
someone
you're talking
made
about,
this.
because there's less crafts.
Yeah, and it's just art.
And more just drawn paint painted or.
And I mean, and if that's what people want, great. That's
Sure.
They can have that.
I can understand.
Yeah. But I had a good time. I mean, for Quest Bros 2, I think this is honestly one of our best conventions. We had a great, amazing turnout. Again, over capacity plus
Yes.
extra. We reached over 1,000 subscribers, and we got to meet Critical Role.
Yeah.
And they were super nice, super cool. Like, I love that. It was an awesome time. And yeah, like I had a great time. I had a great weekend. We got to hang out with our friends too, Level 21. They were awesome. Unfortunately, they didn't have a panel for us to go see, but they came to ours, which was awesome. It's just, yeah, creators supporting creators, and then like, I mean, also we've just become friends with them, which is also awesome. Yeah, I would score this. Trying to think in my mind too, comparing it to other conventions. Sorry, Chicago driving is awful. Was it better than Anime Milwaukee? I think so, just because there was just more. Felt like there was a lot more to do.
Yep.
Honestly, I think this is probably one of the best ones we've done, in my opinion. I think it's better than ASEN last year, which I think was our best. But I would probably put this at a solid, just straight 9. 8.75, 8 and 3/4. I'm not paying attention to where I'm supposed to be going. I'm missing all my turns.
Yep.
That's fine. I think honestly, it could have been perfect if like our panel stuff, we had all our microphones and all that went smooth. All that would have been great. But I also shout out Robinson Art Supplies. They were there. We got to collaborate with them. We talked with them. Kelsey and their team are so nice, and they like, you could tell, at least us talking to them, like they genuinely care about us and enjoy who we are, what we do, and what we can provide for them. And it doesn't feel like just like a business partnership. It really does feel like a relationship we have with them. And that's what I love about working with them. We don't work for them. Work with them. But yeah, I'd say 8.75. It's final review. Locked in.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know where we go from here.
No. What did you get, Jared? Did you buy anything? What did you
Oh
buy?
yes, I bought a few things. I got a Miraco figure. I also got I was hunting for pins. For those of you who don't know, I love to collect enamel pins. I always get at least one at a convention, and I try to get it from Artist Alley because it's unique. It's not just oh, here's a
mass-produced.
Yeah, mass-produced. Here's another logo from a well-known franchise. Like, no, you want to get something that's just unique, not only to the artist, but to that experience. I managed to find one. Apparently, according to the nice artist who was creating the enamel pins, there are other places, but it seems like other booths that were selling enamel pins, but it just seemed like they got theirs off of a shop and didn't make them themselves.
They just like mass produced, and just Alibaba, I think, was the site they said.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was good.
Yeah. A lot of clothes shops this weekend too. I don't know if I had said that.
You did, yes.
Yeah, I like that. That was cool.
You were hell-bent on finding a poncho.
Yeah, Michael and I were hell-bent on finding that poncho. Then we found it, and it was a disappointment.
Yeah, because there was only like 6 left, or at least 6 that they had on standby.
6 options.
Yeah, and it was none from any franchise that they wanted.
What else you got?
Let's see. I also got a Gunpla. I've been collecting those just non-stop. I don't know why. It's just
cool.
Japanese Bionicles.
Yeah.
But I'm running out of shelf space because of all the Gunplas. What did you get?
I bought 3 Dragon Ball figures. I got a Tien Shinhan.
3?
Maybe only 2. I got a Tien Shinhan and a Goku Black for sure. Oh no, and then I got a Goku figure as well. All again, things that were unique that I've never seen. I think the Tien Shinhan is actually one that's probably I could find at another con, but I haven't seen a Tien, and I needed one for the collection, so I got him. Goku one was really unique, and Goku Black, the one I did have, I broke, so I needed a new one. Or I didn't break it; it just fell and broke. Then I bought some candies and some bread. I got a Kirby little figure that I like. It's fat, and a Pikmin, like it was almost like a glass jar, and then the Pikmin are inside. It's really cute. I think that was it. Am I missing anything?
No, that sounds about it. I didn't even know about that third figure.
Yeah.
Micah, what did you get?
Did you get anything?
No, I didn't. No.
You just raw dogs the con.
Yep,
Yeah.
basically.
He got memories. He got core memories.
Yes.
That is true.
And those are priceless.
So we actually, it was for the Critical Role photo, if we can talk about that. It was originally just going to be myself and Anthony, but then we realized, wait, we could have 4 people with us. So we were like, hey, Michael, you want to join in on this?
And I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, and because we hadn't put it in the group before too, because some of the others in the group aren't really into Critical Role as much.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, this traffic is awful. I'm like in the middle of the road.
I like how the indicator said vehicle ahead, like, no shit.
Yeah.
Some of the others in the group, they appreciate the actors and the voice actors that are in it, but it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
As much as like we enjoy them at least, or I think
Right,
I think
like,
the 3 of us have a better appreciation.
Not everybody in our group is even like a hardcore D&D fan, much less interested in like Critical Role in like a fan like capacity. It just is what it is. Everybody has different interests and whatnot.
Yeah.
But we're pretty familiar with Critical Role
And who all of them are, and what
yeah,
they all
who
do.
all of them are
Outside of that.
and who they what roles they've acted outside of Critical Role, and so this is just a really cool thing for us to go and be able to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Laura like hugged my shoulder, and
Dude,
Matthew
I'm still so jealous about that.
and Matt put his hand on my shoulder too, and I was like, wow. Like she was like on me, and I like when we were taking the photo, I was feeling
They
it. and I was
told
like,
us no hugs.
And she hugged me, and I was
Physical
like,
contact.
hell yeah.
And she did it all on her own, and I'm like, you fucker.
Me just seething with rage. I'm so happy for
Hey,
you.
you wanted to be by Travis.
I did want to be by Travis. I know Sam touched my shoulder.
Yeah, I picked dead center, and so I was kind of just away from just about everybody.
Yeah, well, but you were good. You were right there.
Yeah.
Surrounded. They're all so nice and so sweet.
Yeah,
And like
they
I was
were-
able to look each of them in the eyes and like tell them hi, how are you? Thanks for being here, whatever. And like you could like see in their eyes that they like really care about their fans, and they're not just like hi, photo, next,
Right,
hi,
right. You can
thanks.
tell. You can tell when they're like really dismissive and not interested, and they were definitely not.
Yeah, and the photo too, which I think already showed, but like you could see the enjoyment and the personality in all their faces too, which is really fun. They all like very much are acting as who they are from what we've seen online. What's crazy then seeing them too, it's like, oh my god, you guys are real. They do exist.
They do exist.
Because it's those personalities too. You see them and you're like, are they? I mean, you never see them, so it's always like there's it's almost like object permanence.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, I don't know if they're actually real, or it feels like that. And then they say don't meet your heroes, but every person that I've met, I've not had an issue with. I've always had the nicest interaction with, and I mean, I guess I'm just lucky for that. Or the people that I choose are just happen to just be
Nice.
similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got an autograph.
I did, yes. I went and saw John Reyes Davis, for those of you who don't know who that is because his name is confusing at times. He was Gimli in Lord of the Rings and Sala in Indiana Jones, and I got it for my father. I got his signature for my dad because he introduced me to the series way back as a kid. So it only felt fair that I get something for him as a show of appreciation and a sign of thank you.
Yeah.
When I told him, like, when they were going by, because his handler was just like, okay, what's everyone getting? Is it an autograph, a photo, both? Do you want any like name on it? I was just like, I put my dad's name on it. And so as I get up to him, he's like, and what do you do, Richard? It's like, oh, this is for my dad. And unprompted, and I was telling the story that I just told you guys, unprompted, he's just like, Richard to the best daddy in the world. And I'm just like, that's so fucking sweet. Thank you.
Yeah, because usually they just put to Richard.
Yeah.
Their name.
Yes.
And yeah, that's cool that he added a little extra. Sometimes you got to pay extra to have them like write something.
Yeah, for Steve Bloom, you had to pay extra for like any sort of extra words, but for whatever reason, he didn't make me pay extra.
That's good. Well, I mean, also if they just do it on their own, then,
Yeah.
like, that's all.
I guarantee the handler was like staring him down, like, don't do that.
Yeah, he's old. He doesn't need the money really at this point. He's just probably there to meet fans.
Yeah, honestly. No, I meant Steve Bloom.
Oh, Steve Bloom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trains coming around,
Yep.
making it through the city, slowly but surely. We're in Chinatown.
Yes. The only way we know we're in Chinatown is because we cannot read.
I cannot read that sign.
But that is okay. We only need to understand red, green, and yellow.
Yeah.
I want that car. Sorry, there was a really nice Stang.
But anything else? Any other thoughts? Comments?
I got nothing.
Michael, anything else?
Nope. That's about it.
All right.
See ya.
Yeah.
Bye, I guess.
Yeah. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for everyone who came to C2E2. Thank you for 1,000 subscribers. And make sure to support our Patreon. Check us out on all of our social media. Check out our merch store.
Yes.
Buy some shirts, put them on your torso.
Yeah.
And yeah.
We'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.